Mason Nielsen, would you rather have Creed Humphrey and Javonte Williams on your team or our boy Pat Najee? Well, Javonte Williams is out for the season with an ACL.
Yeah.
So I'll take Pat Najee.
I mean, I get what he's asking. It's just those specific players that I'm just kind of like, I ain't really like over the top in terms of Najee's impact versus Javonte's impact, and then Freiermuth's impact versus Creed's impact. Creed is the one that you make the stronger case for, but I still love having the weapon that is Pat Freiermuth. So if it means I might have to sacrifice a year of O-line play or 2 years of O-line play, but I get this type of tight end, I'm kind of under the belief that I can find me one of these offensive linemen. I don't find a lot of them unicorns at tight ends, though. That's kind of like my dilemma with it. So, and even when we came out of that draft, remember, that was one of the things we talked about, because we all said going in, we knew they were going to go running back, but we also said, man, offensive line was something that was going to be, of need. But when a Pat Freiermuth slips to you at 55, I think it was that year in the draft, or was he 55? I think it was at 55 that year. Or was it 50? It was one of those.
It was in the 50 range.
Yeah, it was one of those during that time, but we didn't think he was going to fall that far. And I don't think the team did either, which is why they went and got it. Think about it, as soon as they wanted the clock, it was like, oh, turn the thing in, Pat Freiermuth.
We've been very decisive on our picks these last couple of years.
Yeah, I think he's one of those guys that, yes, you respect Creed Humphrey, and yes, Creed is a really good player, but a Pat Freiermuth in your system, man, that's some of the unicorn stuff that we're talking about having. And we potentially have one of those dudes right now because of that. So I'm sure the Chiefs, man, when they drafted Travis Kelce, I'm sure they had a conversation or even, no, you know what, I'll go New England. When they brought in Gronk, because Gronk was the second rounder, and then obviously Hernandez as well. I'm sure they even considered at times, hey, man, we might need to get this O-line better. But when you start seeing the impact that them dudes have out there, you're kind of like, hey, man, we'll just get rid of the ball quicker to get those guys the ball faster, and then they can go do what we need to do. So that's why, like I said, I don't necessarily agree with those two players specifically. I would roll with Pat and Najee as well in this context.
I'm with you, because if Pat's the guy we think he is going to be at tight end, that's really rare to find.
Yes.
Really rare.
Yes.
And he's
showing to be a triple threat.
He really
right
is.
Now. He can block,
so far
he
this
can
year,
catch,
he's
he
been
can
doing
run
really
after.
good.
Yeah,
we just got to get him the ball more, and we
Yeah.
did last week, and we also did in week 1 where he had like 70, 80 yards.
But you think about the unicorns, your Mark Andrews, your George Kittles, even a Kyle Rudolph. Think about like Kyle, how long he's been doing it, and even still now, you're like, he still creates some issues at times. It's like, man, certain players, man, if you can get one of those type of guys, a Jimmy Graham, remember how he was torching dudes? It's like, if you can get you one of them unicorns, man, that opens up so much for an offense. And we look like we really might have one. Like, it looks good. It looks really good. We just need to see, can we feed it more? But,
I think Pickett will.
Yeah, but it's like, I like that, man. I like that dude. Today's show is brought to you by Manscaped, the leaders in below the waistline grooming. Like we said, man, it's fresh ball season, baby. So you better make sure that your balls are freshly trimmed and cleaned with the Crop Reviver, the ball toner, the 2-in-1 body wash, the shampoo and conditioner, everything that you need for your personal hygiene care. Okay? Make sure that you're using that. Make sure that you're operating with that type of stuff, because it makes you feel good. And when you feel good, you look good. When you look good, you play good. When you play good, everything is happening good. So with that being said, man, shout out to them. But more importantly, we stay with a promo code. And that promo code is MOATS. Use that. You get 20% off along with free shipping worldwide. So shout out to manscaped.com. And trust me when I tell you, your dangly twins and they friends, well, I'll be appreciative of you, baby, once you manscape it up.